Hello, welcome to JavaScript tutorial, chapter 14, part 6, JavaScript data types, the Boolean, brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. In this session, we are going to learn about the Boolean data type in JavaScript. So, here comes the first slide. Boolean, it's a primitive data type in JavaScript. Okay, and Boolean can have two values, that is true or false. And where the Boolean data type is used, it is useful in controlling program flow using conditional statements like if else, switch, while and do while. Okay, and the following example demonstrates how a Boolean value controls the programming flow using if condition. So here in this code snippet you can observe very clearly we have two variables, sample1 and sample2. To the sample1 we have value assigned true, and to the sample2 we have value assigned false. So using the if condition we are passing sample1, so the value of sample1 is true, so this block will get executed, and the variable sample2, to that if block we are passing sample2 and it is false, so this block will not get executed. In the sense, only if the condition is true this part will get executed, else it will not get executed. We have not written the else part, so we are going to get the output, only this code block will get executed. So let us understand this very clearly. So let me take this example to Visual Studio Code, and there let me demonstrate it very clearly. So here is my Visual Studio Code, and here is my HTML page, and also I have a script tag predefined. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take two variables, that is sample1 is equal to the value is true, and let me take another variable sample2 is equal to false. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take if statement, if condition statement, so I'm passing sample1. Okay, and what I need to do is if the sample1 is having the value assigned as true, okay, then it has to push a pop-up message to the alert window telling like this code is getting executed. Okay, and now let me come here, else. Just to save the time, what I do is I'll copy and paste the thing. So I have to end up with the semicolon, then copy this, and I'm going to paste it in the else block. Okay, and let me align it properly for my document. Okay, yeah, Control S, and this code block is executed. True, and this is for value false. So since the sample1 is having the value true, okay, this code block is going to get executed. Okay, now let us see a demo of it. So what I need to do is I need to traverse to this folder where I've saved it in order to run that HTML page, and here is my folder. When I double click on that, okay, we're going to get this page pushed to the browser, and we're getting like this code block executed for value true. In the sense, what's happening right now here is this message is pushed on the pop-up window, okay, on the browser. Why? Because the sample1 value is true. Suppose if I change it to sample2, okay, now the sample2 value is false, so this block is not going to execute, and this is going to be executed like this code block executed for value false. Okay, now let me go back and let me refresh. You can check out the message as this code block executed for value false. In the sense, Boolean can hold two values, true or false, based on the value assigned to the respective variables. In this example, the code block is going to get executed. Okay, that's what we saw in this session. Okay, and coming to the next slide. Okay, any type of comparison will result a Boolean result. Okay, will return a Boolean result. So what do you mean by this? It's very simple. So let me come back here and let me remove this. So let me take var keyword, then let me take something called result is equal to, let me 1 is less than 1 is greater than 2. So any type of comparison, here we are comparing like 1 is greater than 2, it is false. So what do you mean, what is the meaning of this sentence is any type of comparison will return a boolean result. So here we are going to get the result as false, 1 is not greater than 2. So let me check out the result. Control S, let me go back and let me refresh. Here we're getting the output as false. So let me make it 5. Now 5 is greater than 2, obviously we'll get the output as true. So any type of comparison will result a boolean value. Okay, and coming to the boolean object, JavaScript includes boolean object to represent true or false. Okay, it can be initialized using the new keyword. So what did we do is, right now we assigned a boolean value to the variable directly true or false. You can also do it in another way, that is using the boolean object, and it can be initialized using the new keyword. So let me go and do it. It's very simple. Let me erase these things out. So let me take var sample is equal to new boolean. So I'm assigning the value as true. Now when I alert this sample, what is the value I'm going to get is true. Let me go back and let me refresh. Here we're getting the value as true. Suppose if I change the value of this to false, go back and let me refresh, getting the output as false. So what did I show here is, you can, JavaScript includes a boolean object. Okay, you can represent true or false with the help of the boolean object also. And how do I initialize that object? With the help of this new keyword. That's what I showed you in this demo. Okay, and coming back to the presentation. Okay, this is very important, you have to understand it very clearly. JavaScript, it treats empty string, okay, 0, undefined, a name, not a number. We are going to understand what is not a number in the coming sessions, and null as false, and everything else is true. So here you can observe we have created a boolean object and we are passing the values here right now. And what JavaScript treats an empty string. Okay, if you pass to the boolean object as false, and 0 to the boolean object as false, undefined to the boolean object as false, null false, and not a number false, anything other than these 5, okay, will be considered as true, the value as true. So let me go and show you a demo of it. It's very simple. Now instead of passing false, let me pass a empty string. So let me go and refresh the browser. We'll get the output as true. Okay, actually we have to get the output as false. So what is the, okay, let me save this. Okay, we are getting the output as, okay, let me go and check it out again. A empty string. Okay, I have kept the space, I guess. Yeah, Control S. Let me go back and let me refresh. Here you can observe we are getting the output as false. Okay, boolean object treats the empty string, okay, and considered the value as false. Suppose if I pass 0, boolean object, it takes and it considered the value as false. Okay, similarly if I pass undefined null, undefined, this also we are going to get it as false. Okay, and you can check out with the remaining things, that is null and none, not a number. Let me pass something other than these 5. Okay, like let me pass some string to it or a number to it. Let me check out what is the output we are going to get. Let me pass a string telling like Ankpro technologies. Let me go back and let me refresh. We are getting the output as true. So what we understood from this sentence is JavaScript treats these 5 values, the empty string, 0, undefined, none, not a number, and null as false. Everything else is true to it. Okay, and coming to the next slide, we have something called methods, Boolean methods in JavaScript. So primitive or Boolean object includes the following methods. They are toString and value of. What is this toString going to return? It returns a string of Boolean. Okay, the boolean values will be true or false, and that values will be returned in the string format. So let me go and show you. It's very simple. Okay, let me remove this, where result is equal to, okay, let me take it as sample, the variable name as sample is equal to true. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm converting that sample to string. Okay, and let me store this to result variable. Okay, let me alert. Okay, so now let me check the type of the result. Okay, now I'm converting this sample value is true, and I'm converting that boolean true value to string format. So this entire thing, okay, the sample dot to string, the whatever the result coming from this is stored in the value result, in the variable result. So let me check the type of this result. If it is a string, it's confirmed that the boolean value true is converted into string format. So how do I do that? It's very simple. Let me, okay, let me check it like res is equal to type of result. Okay, now alert res, type of the result alert res. Let me go back and let me refresh. Here we're getting, okay, the type of that variable is string, in the sense it's confirmed that the sample value is true, and that boolean value true we are converting into string format. And later what we are doing is we are confirming whether the value, okay, true is converted to string format with the help of type of function. So we are getting the output as string. It's confirmed that toString method is working, and we are converting that true value to string format. Okay, that's the meaning of that method. And coming to value of, returns the value of boolean object. So let me go and check it out. How do I do that? Returns the value of boolean object, where result. So let me 5 is greater than 2. Okay, now let me where sample is equal to result dot, okay, value of. So let me alert that sample. So we have to get the output as true because 5 is greater than 2. Okay, what is this doing is we are getting the value of this result variable, and we are storing it in a sample variable, and we are alerting it. So the final result is stored in this sample variable. When I go back and when I refresh, you can observe we are getting the output as true. Okay, let me change the value to 1, and now the result is false. Okay, I hope you understood like these two methods, toString and value of. toString is used to convert the boolean result to string format, and value of to get the value of the boolean object. Okay, that's what we learned in this session about the boolean data type. And finally, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Ankpro Training. You can also like our Facebook page visiting this URL. You can also follow us on Twitter. For further reference, refer our websites. We are on LinkedIn too. Last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you.